YouTube! Alright, let's see. Let's see what we got on the agenda today. Oh my god, a video about nuclear warfare? I don't know if I want to watch this. I don't know, guys. See, 16 minutes? It's definitely scary. You know what? 16 minutes scares me too.
Ever since the invention of nuclear weapons, humanity has almost accidentally destroyed itself many times over. This is a video about just some of those times. It's about nuclear bombs and missiles accidentally detonating. It's about hydrogen bombs being lost. And it's about false alarms that could have led to the end of the world.
What?
On the 17th of January 1966, a B-52 bomber was flying over the coast of Spain. It was carrying 4 hydrogen bombs, each one 75 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
Oh, Jesus!
This sounds crazy, but in the mid-1960s, during the height of the Cold War, this was routine.
What?
This was part of a military operation known as Chrome Dome, where bombers flew around the United States and skirted the borders of the Soviet Union with hydrogen bombs on board. The thinking was that if the USSR initiated a first strike, the US could rapidly retaliate by having bombers already up in the air and closer to their targets. The flight took off from North Carolina and crossed the Atlantic Ocean with the plan to fly by the border of the Soviet Union and return home. The plane would be in the air for more than 24 hours. The flight was so long it required 2 mid-air refuelings. But long flights and mid-air refuelings were commonplace. Flights like this happened every day. The first refueling went smoothly. After flying by the Soviet Union and turning around, the plane needed to be refueled again. So at 10:30 a.m. over the coast of Spain, above the small fishing village of Palomares, the refueling tanker pulled up in front of the B-52. Larry Messinger, the pilot of the bomber, recalled,
"We came up behind the tanker and we were going a little bit too fast." There's a procedure they have where the boom operator, if you get in a dangerous position, he calls breakaway, breakaway, breakaway. And you immediately cut the throttles and drop down below. Well, there was no such call. We were dropping down below the tanker, and all of a sudden, something happened. There was an explosion of some kind.
The 2 planes collided. The boom arm, which held the refueling nozzle, hit the B-52, breaking off its left wing.
God!
The resulting explosion was big enough that it was witnessed by another B-52, which was flying 1.5 kilometers away. All 4 men on the refueling tanker and 3 of the 7 on the B-52 were killed in the accident. The 4 bombs fell to Earth.
What?
Each one of them had a yield of 1.1 megatons of TNT, about 75 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. A hydrogen bomb gets most of its power from the fusion of tritium and deuterium, which are isotopes of hydrogen with extra neutrons. When these isotopes fuse into helium, a little bit of mass is lost, which is released as energy. But it takes a tremendous amount of energy to get that reaction started, which is why a hydrogen bomb is actually 3 bombs in one.
This is
conventional bomb, which when detonated triggers the plutonium fission bomb, which then creates high enough temperatures and pressures and releases enough energetic X-rays to trigger the fusion reaction. The conventional explosives in 2 of the 4 bombs detonated on impact.
Oh my god, I
Fortunately,
hate science!
to trigger the fission
kill
reaction,
science
the explosion
now!
needs to be symmetrical. But since the conventional explosives detonated on impact with the ground, the shockwave wasn't symmetrical, and so the fission and fusion bombs
to go back to
weren't
the
set
Dark
off.
Ages!
Unfortunately, the conventional explosive blew up the plutonium core, contaminating a 2.6 square kilometer area of the Spanish coastline with radioactive material. The area is still contaminated with radioactive atoms to this day.
To this day?
But after the crash, the villagers were told to eat no locally produced food, and there was an embargo on it in nearby markets.
The 3rd bomb was found intact in a nearby riverbed. But the 4th bomb was missing.
Somewhere out there off the sunny coast of southern Spain, an H-bomb is missing. It's been missing now for over 3 weeks.
Mr. Ambassador, how was
How
your
does
swim
it
this
go?
morning?
How? How does it go
Your toe on the
missing?
bomb while you were out there today.
Wish I had.
29 U.S. Army ships were involved in the search, and it still took 81 days for the bomb to finally be located and recovered. I want to say this again. There was a hydrogen bomb that was 75 times more powerful than the one dropped on Hiroshima, and it was missing for nearly 3 months. This is not an isolated incident. It's common enough that the US military has a term for accidents involving nuclear weapons.
The D-Day clock thus begun ticking with a potential broken arrow message from Nellis Air Force Base.
They call them broken arrows. The Pentagon officially lists 32 such accidents between 1950 and 1980. 5 of them occurred during Operation Chrome Dome, cases when a B-52 carrying hydrogen bombs crashed. In 1961, the first year of Operation Chrome Dome, a B-52 had a fuel leak and
Holy
it
shit.
crashed over North Carolina. 3 members of the crew died in the accident. It was carrying 2 4-megaton bombs. Both bombs fell to Earth. One had its parachute deploy and it landed on the ground mostly intact. The other slammed into a field and broke into pieces. The good news is that the conventional explosives did not explode, so radioactive plutonium was not strewn all over North Carolina.
Oh my God.
The bad news is that the conventional explosives didn't explode, and so there was a chance that the hydrogen bombs could be armed and ready to detonate with full force. Recalling the incident 52 years later, Lieutenant Jack Revell, who was responsible for the safe disposal of the bombs, said,
"And as we started digging down, trying to find the second bomb, one of my sergeants says, 'Hey, Lieutenant, I found the arm safe switch.' And I said, 'Great.' He says, 'Nah, not great. It's on arm.'"
At the time, a spokesman for the Department of Defense said that the bombs were unarmed and could not have accidentally exploded. But in a report declassified in 2013, it was stated that the bomb was armed. A single switch could have triggered the detonation.
No fucking way.
By the way, the bomb is still there,
Jesus
lodged
Christ.
about 50 meters under the field. After the bomb fell on the
It's
field,
still
there was a
there!
flash flood, which meant that it couldn't be recovered. So to make sure that no one could dig up the bomb, the US military placed a 120-meter diameter slab of concrete over the whole area. According to the Pentagon report, there is no detectable radiation and no hazard in the area, but a portion of one weapon containing uranium is missing. There are dozens more events like this, like the plane crash over Greenland in 1968. The 4 hydrogen bombs it was carrying burned up in the fire. The decontamination of the surrounding area took 4 months. That same year, the
bomb
Soviet
has a concrete
K-129
hat?
submarine
No!
sank in the Pacific Ocean,
Oh, God!
killing all 98 of its crew.
What?
It was also carrying 3 nuclear warheads. Part of the submarine was covertly recovered by the CIA. Another standout incident occurred in 1965, about 100 kilometers off the coast of Japan. A Douglas A-4 jet carrying at least 1 hydrogen bomb fell off the aircraft carrier during a training exercise. The plane, the bomb, and the pilot were never recovered.
Oh my God.
So for
what
more
the
than
fuck?
half a century, there has been a 1 megaton hydrogen bomb lying on the sea floor, 4 kilometers below the surface of the ocean. It is one of at least 6 US nuclear weapons that have been lost and never recovered. In 1998, Alexander Lebed, Russia's former chief of national security, asserted that
That is
there are more
scary
than
as
100
fuck. What the fuck?
1-kiloton nuclear bombs that are unaccounted for. The most well-known broken arrow event happened in September 1980. Inside a silo in rural Arkansas, a team was conducting routine checks on the Titan II intercontinental ballistic missile.
What?
The missile was fueled, ready to launch at a moment's notice.
Oh!
In its nose cone sat a 9-megaton hydrogen bomb. As
a
one of the
nose
repairmen was walking around the silo, the socket from his ratchet wrench fell off.
The title of the video is All the Times We Nearly Blew Up the World.
It fell 24 meters, hitting the fuel tank of the missile and puncturing a hole.
Oh my god!
The highly flammable rocket fuel began to leak into the silo. The missile complex and surrounding area were evacuated, but a number of military personnel remained on site to try to defuse the situation.
The maintenance team had an indication of an engine fire and a rise in vapor concentration inside the silo.
At 3 a.m., about 8.5 hours after the puncture of the fuel tank, the leaking fuel vapors ignited, resulting in an explosion. This explosion led to 1 death and 21 injuries. The 740-ton door keeping the silo sealed flew more than 60 meters into the air.
Jesus!
It was recovered 200 meters away. The warhead containing the hydrogen bomb was also blown out of the silo, landing some 30 meters away. Luckily, it did not detonate. And these are just the near misses that we know about. Of the 32 Broken Arrow events listed by the Pentagon, one, which occurred in the spring of 1968, remains classified. There are likely many dozens more nuclear mistakes and near misses that the public knows nothing about, from every nation that has a nuclear arsenal. The worry of a nuclear mishap is not just the immediate damage done by a hydrogen bomb explosion. It's also the misunderstanding and retaliatory strikes that could arise. Imagine that in 1966, instead of hydrogen bombs falling off the coast of Spain, the plane crash occurred closer to the border with the Soviet Union.
Oh, Jesus.
Humanity has been on the brink of nuclear war many times, and
how are
so
we all
far,
still
we've been
alive?
lucky.
How?
The closest we've likely ever come was in October 1962 during the Cuban Missile Crisis. The US Navy began dropping signaling charges into the water to bring a Soviet submarine to the surface. But tensions were high and the submarine had not been in radio contact with Moscow for days. The captain of the submarine decided that war had broken out and he was about to launch a nuclear torpedo. But the launch required the authorization of 3 men. 2 out of the 3 authorized the launch, but Vasily Arkhipov did not. A full-blown nuclear exchange between the United States and the Soviet Union was avoided by the rational decision of one person.
Whoa.
The historian Arthur Schlesinger Jr. later noted that this was not only the most dangerous moment of the Cold War,
Thank you, dude.
it was the most dangerous moment in human history.
What a giga
And
Chad.
during the Cuban Missile Crisis, with the tensions between the US and USSR at an all-time high, both countries still conducted high-altitude nuclear tests. The US set off a 410 kiloton bomb 50 kilometers above the Pacific Ocean, and a smaller 7 kiloton bomb at an altitude of 147 kilometers. 2 of the 300 kiloton tests conducted by the Soviets occurred in space. It's pretty hard to justify these actions. What if one of these tests was thought to be a nuclear first strike, leading to all-out war? Because false alarms happen for something a lot more innocuous than nuclear tests in space. On the 26th of September 1983, the Soviet satellite-based early warning system detected the launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile. And their policy dictated that if any inbound missiles were detected, there was to be an immediate counterattack against the United States. This would have likely led to all-out war, but the Soviet officer on duty at the time of the detection, Stanislav Petrov, was skeptical of the reading. He reasoned that if there was a genuine first strike, the US would launch hundreds of ICBMs simultaneously, not just one. The detection system then warned Petrov of another 4 missiles headed towards the USSR, but these 2 he dismissed as a glitch. Petrov was right. He made the right decision, and his clear thinking likely saved millions of lives. The warning system malfunctioned. It confused sunlight reflecting off high-altitude clouds for ballistic missiles. After this incident, Petrov took an early retirement and later suffered a nervous breakdown.
Aww.
Another close call happened on January 25th, 1995, when scientists launched a rocket off the coast of Norway. The rocket was there to study the northern lights, but Russian radar picked up this launch as it had a similar flight pattern and speed as the submarine-launched Trident ICBM. The incident was serious enough that a briefcase containing the nuclear launch codes was taken to the Russian president, Boris Yeltsin. I think most people believe the biggest threat posed by nuclear weapons is their deliberate use. There is this idea that as long as nations only have them and don't use them, they could act as a deterrent, keeping us safer. But all of these incidents demonstrate that the real risk of nuclear weapons is some freak accident. So far, humanity has been lucky, but how long until our luck runs out?
It's true. How long?
But there is hope. In 1986, there were more than 70,000 nuclear weapons. In 2022, that number had dropped to 12,705. And more are being dismantled. But as long as there are any nuclear weapons remaining, the future of humanity is not safe.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit!
Hey, this part of the video is brought to you by...
Oh my god, that was terrifying! Okay, that's 5 subs, bro. That shit scared the shit out of me. Jesus Christ. Thanks. Thanks. Why you have to send the video? That's scary. That's actually scary! Ah! Alright, that's gifted subs, bro. That's gifted subs. Let's give subs. Let's give subs, okay? Let's give subs. Spinosaur ambush? Site B
Welcome
security
back.
system.
In today's video, we will be discussing how to handle dangerous situations that you may or may not run into on Site B. One of our most beautiful yet dangerous dinosaurs on the island are the stegosaurs. Prevent the stegosaurs from flashing lights, sudden noises such as cars, boats, or anything that has an alarm. We definitely did not have 14 men die from a stegosaur encounter in August 5th, 1997. And we'll surely make sure it won't happen to you.
That's not fair! That's not fair! It's a stupid jump scare!
Is anybody there?
Oh.
Was that you?
Yes, please send help. I was chased and now I locked myself up in an office. It's dark outside and it smells me.
Chased? By who?
It was very tall. It had a long snout and a very big fin of a sword on its back. It looked like a very big crocodile.
Uh-oh. Not the crocodile.
Hold on, need you two.
Wait,
What's the matter?
it's in the building. Please hurry. This is the only room I'll have a chance with surviving. I hear it walking in the facility. It knows I'm here.
Haven't you paid attention to the security safety guide?
Henry, this isn't the time. What do I do?
Remain calm. Check the cams. Do you see it?
Alright, I'll check.
Buddy, it's time to stop breathing, man.
Henry, it's just down the hall. I'm scared. What do I do?
I guess your history.
What does that mean?
We'll remember you, don't worry.
What?
Henry, this isn't funny. Please help.
Oh no, not dinosaur! I fucking hate you. I hate you, whoever.
But no worries. Only during day these beautiful dinosaurs are calm and pretty tame with the workers.
Fuck you! Whoever submitted it.
Although at night one of them
you, bro.
isn't himself.
Fuck off.
We make sure after hours that nobody is left around his paddock. And if you are still in there after 12 a.m. the doors will be locked. That's when he becomes hostile. Don't bother
Who's he?
trying to hide. He hears and smells you no matter where you are. And when he finds you, you better hope we fed him enough fit.
you. Fuck you, whoever sent that in. That's gifted subs. You scared. You got me. You got me with the city jump scare. You got me with the city gun jump scare, okay? Oh my god. Dinosaurs aren't even scary. What the fuck is... Man, you guys are sending me weird ass shit. Shit that I've never even seen before.
You. Yes, you. Do you dread waking up in the morning?
Yes.
Are you feeling helpless in your society? Perhaps
Yes.
even a bit lost?
Yes.
Well, look no further. At the capital, we offer an escape, a new beginning, a lifetime of unending joy. We have an abundance of attractions so captivating, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. Let's take a look, shall we? Take a ride on the Cosmic Carnival. Let go of decisions and let the carnival choose each thrill for you.
Is this all generated by AI? This is fucking psychotic and scary. What the fuck?
Simply sit back and soak in fun.
Hold on, first off. What the fuck? Please.
Getting hungry? Make your way to Brightside Bistro, where you can feast until your heart's content. And if that's not enough to satisfy your craving, choose from our exquisite line of automatons, a companion that never strays, never tires, and always obeys. As you traverse our radiant metropolis, bring our latest gizmo, the mood on the go. With the swipe of a thumb, alter your mood instantly and experience any emotion you wish. You can also use it to instantaneously replace your companion if things go south.
What the fuck?
How convenient. And our most popular attraction, the Dream Machine. Relive your most cherished moments in vivid, extraordinary detail. No need to cling to old photos.
I love you.
Live in the past forever. You might be wondering, what's the cost for such a paradise? Well, dear viewer, some prices aren't paid in gold or silver. We only ask you for one thing.
What?
Your identity.
What?
We'll need the very core of who you are. It's a small price for a lifetime of unending joy, don't you think?
No. Yes. No.
And no need to fear crime or violence. We'll always keep an eye on you. For your safety. Welcome back to Spot the Odd One Out. Remember, in the capital, wearing a smile is the norm. However, a few seem to occasionally slip up. No worries. This is your golden opportunity. If you see someone forgetting their grin, report them to us and stand a chance to win fabulous rewards. We'll make sure to turn their frown upside down.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
You're up for it? Come visit the capital. We're only a smile away.
That was horrifying. That was really disturbing. Okay, yeah, sure, you get points for that. Fuck. Okay, that's gifted subs, God damn it. That was terrifying. What the fuck? Oh god. I fucking hate AI, bro. I don't like it. It terrifies me. Oh, I've seen this one before. We've seen this. Oh my god, this one is so crazy. We've seen this one already, but holy shit, this one's so crazy. I like this one actually, but I'll let you keep your points because we already saw it. So.
We live on is full of dinosaurs. These dinosaurs have mastered almost every ecosystem and can be found at almost all levels of the food chain.
The name
Dinosaurs today
the name of that short film was called Curve.
Probably best well known for their flying ability, but this is not the only area in which they thrive. They are masters of the land and the water, and can even be found in some of the coldest places on the planet. Although these abilities are rather impressive, the dinosaurs today are not as threatening as their ancestors. Despite this, there are some rather powerful birds, and there are definitely some species that that have the potential to kill a person. In today's video, I will be going through some of these dangerous birds, as I'll be going through 5 of the most dangerous birds on the planet. No! And for our first species, we'll be heading over to Africa, as we have the ostrich. Now I say the ostrich, but there are actually 2 species, the Somali ostrich and the common ostrich. In today's video, I will be focusing on the common ostrich, as it is the largest
I fucking hate this.
of the 2 birds. The ostrich is part of a diverse group of flightless birds known as the ratites. This group contains some other famous members, such as emus, rheas, and kiwis. Of course, the ostrich is larger than these birds, and it is the largest bird in the world, maxing out at around 2.8 meters in height. Ostriches are normally found in semi-arid habitats, and they are perfectly adapted to these areas. They have long eyelashes to keep the sand out of their eyes, and they can survive up to 2 weeks without water. They get most of their moisture from their diet, which is mostly made out of plant matter, insects, and lizards. Like many other birds, the ostrich is not the smartest of creatures. Famously, its eyes are bigger than its brain, but what it lacks in smarts, it makes up for in athleticism. Their long, powerful legs mean that they can sprint at speeds of up to 45 miles per hour, and they can cover almost 5 meters in a single stride. Unsurprisingly, these powerful legs also make them very dangerous, as one kick from an ostrich can kill a human, and it can also kill a lion. Although ostrich attacks on humans are very rare, one rather surprising victim was Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash had a farm in Tennessee, and on this farm he had a few pet ostriches. One day, one of his male ostriches was very mad at him and decided to attack. Cash was armed with a 6-foot stick, but this did little to deter the bird. The ostrich managed to land a kick, and this broke 2 of his lower ribs and ripped his stomach open down to his belt. Cash eventually managed to scare the ostrich away, and he admitted that he was very lucky to be alive. So I think this story just goes to show how dangerous these large birds really can be. Before our next species, we'll be heading to Central and South America, as we have the harpy eagle. The harpy eagle is the largest and most powerful raptor found throughout its range, and is among the largest extant species of eagles in the world. These birds typically prefer rainforest habitats and tend to nest close to the ground. This not only keeps them well hidden, but also gives them a perfect view of their prey. This bird will target almost anything smaller than it, but tend to show a preference for tree-dwelling mammals, such as sloths and monkeys. To kill these prey items, they have impressive talons, and these are the largest talons of any living eagle. One of the stranger things you may notice about this eagle are the feathers around its head. These are known as facial disc feathers, and are very similar to those of owls. In fact, they work in the same way as an owl's facial disc feathers, and direct sound waves towards their ears. This helps to improve their hearing, and their other senses are also quite keen, as their eyesight is thought to be 8 times better than a human's. Harpy eagles are monogamous, and they mate for life. Of course, these birds are very protective of their nests, and this is when they can be potentially dangerous. Harpy eagles tend to avoid humans, and attacks are extremely rare. Despite this, if a harpy eagle was to attack you, this attack could prove fatal. One documented harpy eagle attack happened in 2010, when one of these eagles attacked a BBC filmmaker. The cameraman was attempting to place a camera near its nest, and this is when the eagle attacked.
So she's now behind me.
The harpy eagle swoop almost left him unconscious and knocked out his helmet's communication equipment. The filmmaker was very lucky to survive this, especially because he was so high up in the canopy. So although these birds could potentially take down a human, they tend to focus on other primates. But for our next species, we'll be heading to parts of Eurasia and Africa, as we have the bearded vulture. Now this species is a bit of an oddball in the bird world, but it does have a close relative in the Egyptian vulture. Although they may not look like many other vultures, they do feed in a very similar way. Their German name translates to lamb vulture, as it had a reputation of carrying away lambs, calves, and even children, and then dropping them to their deaths. Despite this, these birds are very rarely aggressive towards humans, but they will scavenge dead bodies. Unlike most other vultures that tend to eat rotting flesh, this bird's diet consists almost exclusively of bone. It makes up around 70 to 90% of their diet, and it really is quite a strange body part for an animal to feed on. To help them digest this rather solid food, they have extremely acidic stomach acid, which has a pH of around 1. This means that they can process bones in under 24 hours and quickly move on to the next meal. Unfortunately, these beautiful large birds are not safe from overhunting. They once had a large stable population in Europe, but by the 1990s, they were almost completely eradicated from Eastern Europe. This has led to them being listed as near threatened, but hopefully they will be able to bounce back in the future. When it comes to munching on bones, there is one rather obvious problem that you might run into. Some bones can be very large, and of course these bones can be very hard to break. When they find find a piece of bone they like, they'll fly up high into the sky and attempt to drop these bones on a hard surface. In most cases, this cracks the bone and means that it's easier to swallow. Surprisingly, these birds don't only drop bones, as they also drop tortoises in the same way to crack open their shells. This behavior is what really makes them dangerous, because as you can imagine, a tortoise falling from the sky can be potentially dangerous. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the story about the Greek playwright Aeschylus, who was warned in a prophecy about falling objects. Because of this, he spent most of his time outside, but unfortunately a large bird, now thought to be the bearded vulture, dropped a tortoise on his bald head. This killed him instantly, and proves that if you're bald, you really need to look out for the bearded vulture. Before our next species, we'll be heading to the tropical forests of New Guinea and Australia, as we have the cassowary. Now, there are 3 species of cassowary alive today, but the largest species, and the one that I will be focusing on today, is the southern cassowary. These birds are related to other flightless birds, such as the previously mentioned ostriches. When it comes to rearing their chicks, the roles are reversed in the cassowary world. A female will lay a clutch of eggs and abandon them, at which point the male will incubate the eggs and rear the chicks. When these chicks grow up, their diet is mostly made up of fruits and berries, of which there is an interesting selection in their natural habitat. They will also sometimes go after small animals, and rather strangely, they will also eat their own poo. This poo is mostly made up of half-digested fruit, which is still quite nutritious. To some people, the cassowary is the most dangerous bird in the world. This is not only because they have a very powerful kick like the ostriches, but they also have one very long claw. They can use this claw almost like a dagger, and this would be more than enough to take down a human. Like with all the other birds on this list, they are rarely aggressive towards humans, but they have been responsible for at least 2 human deaths. One victim was a 16-year-old farmer from Queensland, and the other was a 75-year-old Florida man who kept a cassowary as a pet. So even though these birds are very beautiful, it's best to keep your distance. But for our next species, we will be staying in New Guinea, as we have the hooded pitahui. Now, at first glance, this bird may not seem very dangerous at all, because it is relatively small, reaching a maximum size of around 23 centimeters. In most cases, this bird is harmless, especially if you leave it alone. But if you attempt to catch and eat this bird, it may be the last meal that you ever have. The hooded pitahui is one of the world's only toxic birds, and it does have the potential to be fatal. It contains a toxin known as BTX, and this toxin can lead to paralysis, followed by cardiac arrest, and then death. Although this type of poison may be very unique in birds, it can also be found in poison frogs. In fact, these 2 creatures get their toxicity in the same way, as they both feed on toxic insects, and most commonly toxic beetles. They are not only immune to this toxin, but they also absorb it and become toxic themselves. This is why it's so dangerous to eat these creatures, and if you find yourself in the rainforests of New Guinea, it's best not to chow down on this dangerous bird. If you know of any other dangerous birds, then let me know down in the comments below, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like these. But until next time, goodbye.
I'm just letting you know, all birds are dangerous. Just letting you know. Just letting you know that all birds are dangerous. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Every bird is dangerous. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Do not contradict me. Yes, they are. Fuck those birds. I would like to say I was scared, but I wasn't really scared because I already know of the existence of these birds. But I wasn't like scared, terrified, scared, you know? A D&D video.
Hello and welcome to Monster of the Week, the only show on the internet that advocates for donating blood every single day.
Whoa!
Just think of all the free cookies you'll get. And speaking of blood, today we're talking about a creature who is made from it, the blood elemental.
Ew!
Wait, it's an elemental made from blood? Oh, okay. As always, today we'll be taking a deep dive into the blood elemental. Maybe that's not the best way to word this, but we are going to talk about its lore, ecology, and everything else you need to know regarding one of the most disgusting creatures in the game. Also, as always, I've converted it into 5th edition, so no matter which version of D&D you're playing, you can unleash this bloody horror on your players.
Oh,
I tell you what though, folks, that's bloody nice.
So make sure your hemoglobin levels are optimal and settle in for the long journey ahead, because we're about to take a bit of a blood drive.
Dungeon Dad!
It should come as no surprise that a creature like the blood elemental got its start in the Shadow the Hedgehog of D&D settings, Ravenloft. Debuting in the first monster appendix of Ravenloft creatures,
What the fuck? Ravenloft?
The blood elemental can be found amongst other Ravenloft elementals. Not a lot of people watching probably know this already, but Ravenloft had a full suite of horror-themed elementals that kind of bend the rules about what an elemental even is. Each one of them was meant to be a bit of a more Ravenloft-esque take on the 4 primary types of elementals we see in the monster manual.
Whoa.
Instead of earth elementals, we had grave elementals. Fire elementals became pyre elementals, and air elementals were reimagined as mist elementals. Then, of course, in place of water elementals, we had the blood elemental, which in my opinion is the strongest one-to-one conversion of concepts present here. These guys are already pretty similar to water elementals, just in the way they move around and in the fact that they're made out of liquid. But of course, they are
much more horrific.
They're typically formed via a summoning ritual that is very similar to the one used to summon a water elemental. However, instead of summoning the creature through a body of water, you are summoning the creature through red water extracted from bodies. I'm talking about blood. You summon them through a giant pool of blood. One weird little detail here as well is in the original text it does specify in lieu of blood you can use water extracted from the lungs of people who have died due to drowning.
Ew!
That seems like a lot of trouble to me to go through just to summon an elemental, but hey, to each their own. Now once the blood elemental is on—
Wait a minute. If you're going through all that trouble of extracting water from the lungs of a drowning person, couldn't you just like tap a vein and just take their blood? What the fuck? It seems like it would be much less work.
On the scene, anybody nearby who wants to keep their blood inside their body needs to be very careful. Due to the nature of the magic involved in their summoning, blood elementals are extremely hard to control. See, most elemental spells bind the spirit of the elemental to the summoner, but for whatever reason, that's not really the case with the blood elemental. They are still bound in a way and have to follow the commands of the creature that summoned them for sure. But they also have an overwhelming urge to consume the blood of living creatures. I mean, I guess it's not really consuming, it's subsuming, but semantics aside, they want to get more blood into themselves.
Get in my belly!
So, if you, as the summoner, fail to supply your blood elemental pet with enough victim sacrifices or blood donations to keep it happy, eventually that urge to subsume more blood will override the control you have over it, and it's liable to turn on you, which is bad. Now this creature may have gotten its start in AD&D, but that was certainly not the last time it would ever appear in a D&D product, ever. Its other 2 appearances are so—
Yeah! We should watch the teaser! The announcement! The announcement! The announcement! The announcement! Oh shit. 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 New friend! Ooh! What the? Oh, look at the eyes! Oh my god, so cute! Look how cute! Look how cute! You guys gotta follow Kate and Coral on Twitch and Twitter. Follow! They're debuting on Saturday, September 30. Well, what do you think? Yeah, you got it. It's Giga. Yeah, guys, it's Giga. She's debuting again. You caught us. Oops. It's Giga again. Who is Kuro? Kuro is our latest new member. Our newest member of Vishojo. They will be debuting on Saturday, the 30th. So I hope you guys can be there so you can welcome our newest member, Kuro, to our new family. I wonder if we should continue this D&D video or not. I'm debating if it was. I'm just trying to see if it was scaring me. It wasn't scaring me.
Oh, obscure. I will actually be impressed if someone watching knows about this already. In 3rd edition, the Blood Elemental was published exclusively online. On the old Wizards of the Coast website that was active while 3rd edition and 3.5 were still being played, even into the 4th edition days, they used to host a ton of different content there. A lot of the times it was just cut content that didn't make it into the most recent book for one reason or another. And other times it was just because someone who worked at Wizards of the Coast felt like putting something up and available for everyone to use. Up once again in a book called Open to the Basic Elementals from D. I mean, build of slam attacks that cause necrotic damage. And while this emphasis on necrotic damage, you may ask? Well, due to the blood drain trait, very seldom in.
I'm sure it's interesting, but not scary. Thank you very much. Thanks for trying. Oh, we've already watched this. We've watched this so many times. The My House video? Have you guys seen this? The amount of people that like think that video was real. I think they posted like a video on how they did everything on their channel. No.
This field trip's so boring. I wish I could see and eat some dinos.
They'd never let us see and eat dinos in a park.
Did someone say dinos?
No way.
Are you craving something that's not even new? We've got the perfect ad for you. Dino pizza nuggets, what could go wrong? Chicken and pizza with mutated blood. Dino pizza nuggets, oh yeah, we're never going away. Dino pizza nuggets, so funny and dumb. Eat them by the truck.
This isn't scary. This is stupid. No. The other one was actually scary. This one was dumb. Oh, a short film. Let's go. Rest? Shinji! Get in the robot! Now!
Things seemed normal at first. It was a nice day. The sun was out, it was quiet. But I realized I had no idea how I got there, standing in the driveway. And I didn't think that clouds were supposed to move that fast.
What the?
Things were off. And I could feel something with me.
Oh no! What is that? Bro, get off the bath salts, dude.
I couldn't feel the water on my face. I didn't feel that either.
Uh-oh.
I must have been dreaming.
was definitely dreaming.
What the? He's dead, it has to be. Either he's dead or he's dreaming.
But I wasn't going to take any chances.
He's not dreaming? If he was dreaming, he couldn't dial a phone. Oh, never mind.
I just needed to find a way to wake up. He isn't real. This is my dream.
Bro, I would have been like, hey, man. I'm in control. Wanna smoke some weed or something? Oh, he's pointing. Oh my god! Bro, for a minute there, I thought he crunched up his balls or something.
I could feel everything. I had to get out. How do you wake up from a dream? If you die in a dream, you wake up. Maybe that's my way out. Something quick, painless. I had to be certain it would kill me because who knows what he would do. The pain was real. And I wasn't gonna wait for him to do anything worse.
Bro, don't do it, no.
I didn't know exactly where I was going or how I'd do it. I could find a road, walk into traffic, jump from someplace high. I could...
Wake up, you asshole! Wake up, you son of a bitch! Wake up! Oh, he's so fucked.
If this was a dream I was having, why couldn't I control it? Or maybe I could.
Uh-oh. No! Don't do it! It's a trap! Bro, no. TOS? It's just a short film. It's fake. It's not real.
What if I wasn't dreaming?
What, you guys think we're watching a true story? What the fuck? This isn't a documentary. It's real to me! They're not gonna show it. Ain't no way. Oh my god.
I didn't wake up. It should have killed me. But death wasn't a way out. It was how I got here.
I knew it! I knew he was dead! I I fucking knew it!
This wasn't a dream.
I fucking knew it, bro.
It was hell.
I fucking knew it. Hell seems alright. I should know, I'm from there. Actually, this was good. Alright, I'm gonna give it this requires subs. It was good. It was good. It was good. Subs for this video. It was actually good.
It's a vapor. The only earthly certainty.
No! Not this thing! No!
Mysterious stranger.
Ah! Someone sends me this shit every year!
Who are you? An angel.
It's me?
What's
maybe.
name? Satan.
Alright, maybe it is me.
What's the matter? Nothing. Only it's sure a sorry name for an angel. Please, come in.
Come on.
Amazing. It's like an island.
Hey, yo, it sucks to live there, I could tell. Or not, I don't know.
Did you see that?
Okay, never mind. He can literally have anything he wants.
I didn't learn it at all. It comes naturally to me, like other curious things. Are you hungry? Sure am. What kind of fruit do you like the most?
Oranges.
Apples?
Grapes.
Ooh. You little shits, don't eat that!
Where'd he go?
What happened to him?
Here.
Oh boy.
Can we help? You may make some people. I'll make the king and queen.
Why does it have to be a king and queen?
I'm gonna make a soldier.
Why does it have to be anything?
Look at that little village.
Why you gotta be a king and queen
There.
for?
Here's a buddy. Now we'll give them life. Moving. Looks like my pap on Saturday night. Wow. Look, they're moving.
There's like regular people.
Oh man, now I wanna play Minecraft. This kid looks 35. Oh, Jesus.
I find you humans quite interesting. Even though you are a worthless, greedy lot. How annoying that sound is.
Oh no!
Fools. What fascinations there are on this planet.
Ah!
Strange mortals with curious customs. We'll have a storm now, and an earthquake if you like. You must stand aside, out of danger.
Oh, Jesus.
For I do not know what it is.
You murdered them.
What the? Why are those kids there anyway?
Them. People are of no value. We could make more sometime. If we need them.
Yeah, run, you little stupid ass kids. You dumbass kids. Run, you dumbass kids.
A dream. Nothing exists save empty space and you. And you are but a thought.
I wanna go home. I wanna go home. No, you little shit. You're never going home again. Alright, that wasn't scary. I've seen it before. I've seen it before, so... No subs for you. No subs for you. No subs for you.